Mario Lopez.
What's up, y'all? Mario Lopez joining me now on Zoom from Celebrity Big Brother, my guy Carson Kressley. Welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Thank you. So good to see your smiling face as always.
Thank you, sir. So nice to see you too. Now you've had some time to decompress. Are you feeling good about your time on Big Brother? How was it everything you expected?
Oh gosh, you know what? I'm going to tell you what really happened. So like maybe in December, my agent or manager said, oh, like they would like you to do Celebrity Big Brother. And I was like, okay. And honestly, I'd never seen Celebrity Big Brother or Real Big Brother.
Right.
And I was like, it's January when that tapes. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. There's a global pandemic still. I may never work again. I better say yes and do this. So I said yes, like I always do. And then like the holidays happened. And then like pretty soon it was like, you have to leave for the Big Brother house where you will be sequestered like indefinitely.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't really want to do that.
Right.
And then I should probably watch some episodes, you know, so they sent me like 3. Well, let me tell you, 3 episodes, nothing terrible happens in the first 3 episodes. Like you have no idea how insane it's going to get. So I watched the 3 and I was like, oh, I can do this.
Right.
I go into quarantine, get to the house, and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done?
Oh,
But, you know, I tried to manage the best I could.
well, with your positive energy, I'm sure you were able to navigate the situation brilliantly. You were voted America's favorite house guest. I'm not surprised by that.
No, I was very happy about that. I was not very good at playing the game because I did not do my homework, but I was good at being myself and trying to be nice and charming and, you know, good to other people. I didn't know how like intensely into it everyone was going to be. Like me and Cynthia Bailey, my like sidekick, you know, my best friend in the house that I met, like it was like when you get to your dorm in college and like your roommate arrives, like, oh my God, you're my new best friend.
Right.
That's how it was with me and Cynthia, because I was first in the house, then she showed up and we're like, we should be friends. I'm like, I think so. And then we just kind of stuck together. It worked out really well for her because she was like number 3.
So I, like you, forgive me, but haven't seen an episode either. I just know it's a popular show and it's been around for a long time. What's the objective? Is it like Survivor? You get voted off or what's the deal?
The deal is that there was 11 of us in the house and eventually there's only going to be 2 left. And then when it gets down to those 2, all of the people who were voted off are basically thrown off by the person in control. All of those people will vote for who they want to win. So it's a social game and a strategic game. So you can't be terrible, or at the end, when you're the final 2, everyone's going to vote for the other person and not you. So I wasn't even thinking that far along. I was just baking cakes to be nice, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And so when it got down to the final 2, I was long gone because for some reason they found me very threatening and they're like, we need to get rid of him immediately. And I was like, every week I was on, like when they try to get rid of you, the person in control puts you on the block, I guess the chopping block.
I get it. I mean, I can understand that. You're too likable, Carson, because we're too likable. Oh, he's got to go. Now, what was the deal? There was some controversy with Todrick Hall, right? What was the deal with that?
You know, I think that was mostly that, I mean, he was playing a very, very intense game. And I think some people didn't like some things he was saying about people, maybe like after they left. And, you know, my whole thing was like, oh, it's Celebrity Big Brother. So it's going to be like a kinder and gentler Big Brother. And people are going to, you know, want to protect their brands and their reputations. And they're not going to be awful. But some people were very, very, I'm going to say treacherous, and it's part of the game. And some people were like, oh my God, you speak to those people. I'm like, it was still a game and it's still like a game show. And any one of those people on the show could call me tomorrow and I'd be like, yes, let's go to Chili's and get a burger and a margarita. I'd be totally fine with that.
Sounds really good right about now, by the way.
Right in a basket with paper.
Right.
Come on.
Like your style. What or who, I should say, would you recommend for the next season of Celebrity Big Brother?
Oh my gosh. You know, like I said, I'm not that much of an expert on the show, but it's always good, I thought, when they had like the villain, like a housewife that everyone's afraid of, that's like they take no baloney. Or like they had Omarosa on one year. Like those are like people that you think like, ooh, like, I don't know. We didn't have that. And I was like, who's the villain? I kept looking around. I was like, where are they? Did they have COVID? Did they not make the cut? Did they not show up? And then sometimes you're like, wait a minute, I think I've just found like the villain. Like maybe it was like the mixed martial arts fighter lady. You don't really know. We didn't have that like definitive like person who had like a villainous reputation, but they definitely need villains for this. So
got it. Okay, keep that in mind when I look
I'll
out.
think.
You're
Yeah.
also a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race, another really popular show. What's in store as we get closer to the season 14 finale? Is my girl Michelle Visage still on it?
Absolutely. Michelle Visage is part of the lifeblood of RuPaul's Drag Race. And she is definitely Ru's sidekick. They've been, all over the world filming different iterations of RuPaul's Drag Race, an English version and an Australian version.
Awesome.
But yes, we're all reunited on the main stage. There's an episode. It's on every Friday on VH1. And it's a really, really, I know we say this every season, but it's a really fantastic season. And I think, I've been doing it for 8 years, and every year the bar gets raised a little higher, and people are like, why? I'm like, because these kids are growing up watching the show, and they're living and breathing the art of drag. And like, they're like 19 and like so talented, or 21 and like, just incredible at their craft. So we have a great season. We're barreling towards the season finale, and it's really still any queen's game.
Okay, we'll have to tune in to check it out. Nice catching up with you, my friend.
Likewise.
Watch RuPaul's Drag Race Fridays on VH1. Carson, thanks for hanging out.
On with Mario Lopez.